wildest dreams. 'Cause right now, we've got everything that we need. No time to waste, no better place to be. 'Cause we could wander as far as the eye can see. I wanna take you with me. Where do you wanna go?
Woke up this morning and heard there were some whales outside the campground. You wanna go see if we can find them? You wanna go see the whales?
Yeah, it's gonna be sideways down here. It's like rolling around out here. It's gotta be more than one. What is that? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they jump in the air to catch fish. There it is.
Gray I know is really common around here.
This is a great park.
See the whole world up close. Let's get lost in the great unknown. Yeah, I wanna take you with just as long as you're with me. I wanna take you, we can go anywhere. I wanna take you, we can go anywhere. I wanna take you with me. Yeah, I wanna take you with me. Where do you wanna go? Imagine the places we'll see from LA to Tokyo. You come on and take it easy to see the whole world up close. Let's get lost in the, let's get lost. I wanna take you with me. Where do you wanna go? Imagine the way it could be if life was an open road. Come on and take it easy. See the whole world up close. Let's get lost in the great unknown.
So now just to catch you up, because we've gone to a few places before we came here, we actually did Point Reyes National Seashore on the way to San Francisco, but I just couldn't find a way to fit that into the video, but we did not want to leave out mentioning it to you as a great stop. You just stay on the one instead of coming inland basically. So it's a tight drive, but if you can get there, beautiful cliffs, beaches, lighthouse, hikes. We just did like a half-day deal because we were point A to point B type thing on a day drive, but highly recommend if you can check that out. It is awesome. And once we got here, we're about 30 minutes or less from Santa Cruz, which much like what they did with this ship over here, it's just a really unique, awesome area. Marissa and Mackenzie went and checked out Santa Cruz.
So we come to the Santa Cruz boardwalk. They have the Giant Dipper. It's a roller coaster that's been here since 1924. It's an historic landmark, so we had to come check this out. And you can feel the rumble of the roller coaster above you. Here we go. Way more thrilling than I anticipated, and I think knowing that it's almost an 100-year-old roller coaster actually added to the thrill.
So I've been sitting out here by the beach getting my work done, and then she took the kids and Mackenzie. They went back toward town. They did the aquarium. They did a 17-mile drive around Pebble Beach, which it's just another world. It's a whole other world to us, that whole area with that 17-mile drive. And then we capped off the day. I did get to participate in this with some awesome cake. So much cake.
Why have we got 2 bags of it? Have you already eaten?
Why not have 2 bags of cake?
We could literally eat cake again, like all day today.
What's better than 1 bag of cake? 2 bags of cake.
These cakes are just massive.
Oh my God. It's the best day ever.
Why? How are we gonna?
You know I
Don't
can't
act
stop
like
those-
this isn't gonna get eaten. Don't even.
Oh, it'll
act
all
like
get eaten. That's the problem.
So I have had California on the bucket list for a long time. I wanted to do the one, and specifically I wanted to do Big Sur, which is this section of the one, which is coming down the coast, because for years I have seen this iconic drive and this bridge. This is incredible. This is so beautiful.
Wow.
What's it called?
Called Bixby.
It is?
Yep, Bixby Bridge.
This was probably in some movies too, I bet.
That's a pretty van. Not the bridge, the van.
Two
Yeah, look
o'clock.
at that bridge. That's a cool looking bridge, isn't it?
That's the bridge room. The bridge room clock. Here, look at Kinsey.
There's Kinsey, yep.
It's down here.
Yep.
So something really cool they have along Big Sur, they have this river inn. So it's a restaurant, you can stay here, there's a general store where you can pick up food, and then you can come down to the river and sit in these Adirondack chairs. It's just dreamy and magical here. I don't think I've ever had my feet in the water as I ate lunch, but it's a genius idea. It's so much fun. So all along Big Sur, you have these spectacular views. You also have all these state parks. There are many different state parks along the path, and you can stop, you can explore, there are lookouts, there's hikes. When you're doing this drive, you plan because there's so much to see and do, so many amazing hikes. You kind of have to know which ones are going to be your top, but I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong because the state parks along this drive are just spectacular, and the views, you can't pick a bad one. Sea Cliffs, man. This has been an amazing campground. It's been really beautiful just to be right here on the beach, really close to Big Sur. And now we're gonna head down into Big Sur campgrounds. That's kind of right on the path. So we could have done all of Big Sur in a day trip from here, but we got 2 nights in Big Sur, so we might as well go and kind of break it up. And it worked out because my sister flew in and needed to get back to the airport in San Francisco, so she left today. So it's kind of a really good in-between spot. Bye-bye beach. It's been good stop. So Highway 1 is a California state highway that runs from part of Northern California to Southern California, over 650 miles. You have some amazing coastal views. You've got all these vistas, redwoods, like it's an amazing drive. We definitely wanted to come down the one, so that makes sense now. Well, then what is Big Sur? You hear Big Sur. So Big Sur is a stretch of Highway 1. So it's like this rugged, beautiful stretch along the coastline that goes from caramel to San Simeon. Caramel, caramel, I don't know. I'm going with caramel because that sounds more proper. I say caramel. Nathan says caramel. We're gonna go caramel. Caramel? Caramel? To San Simeon. You know what I mean. Nathan's been tracking his heart rate here in the Big Sur drive for the last He said it got up to 110.
Yeah, it's usually about 80, 75, 80. It was up to 110 at one point, so you can see my charts. Like, you can tell when I left the campground. Like, sitting on a beach, you know, listening to the waves to like driving Big Sur. Yeah, it went up. There's a couple other stretches we've done that I would say are worse than this.
On the one?
Oh yeah. There's at least 2, maybe 3 stretches that were worse than this. More hairpin turns, dodging bikers, no shoulder at all, no rails, cliffs, which there's some of that on Big Sur, but like the whole thing was that on a couple other stretches. If you're scared of heights and you haven't done a lot of curves, you got to do your thing, you know, do your thing and watch your heart rate go up. We're like the biggest RV in here. So this has got to be another 24 feet or less, if I remember right, campground. 24 feet, it's like the magic number. We're on the river. Yeah, that might be 20. That's around 24. Might be 26. 185.
We've just shown up at our site. It's probably like been less than 10 minutes. We have a river site and there's like this awesome little swimming hole over here. So you better believe it. We put our swimsuits on. Nathan is blowing up the essential flamingo. I got my floaty, Hensley. I'm ready to go.
That's my floaty.
We brought this home from Hawaii.
One bag travel.
One bag travel brought this flamingo floaty home. It's Hensley's favorite. I guess I'll let you use it.
See if we can get to the river. There's a trail here, straight out of our campsite. I think I hear it. Or I hear something else. You go first. There you go. There it is. Cool. A little bit of a walk, but we're right here. So the river's right here, but we saw a bunch of people when we came in. It looked like they were at a swimming hole, so I think you have to walk down the road a little bit to get to that. You going to the swimming hole, buddy?
No, I'm going swimming.
Yeah. Do you even know what a swimming hole is, Hensley?
Yeah.
Growing up, we used to have those around us in Tennessee. You know, you want mountains and skiing and just awesome hiking, you got it. You want the beach, you got it. You want big city, you got it. You want cliff views, you want a river, you want redwoods that are hundreds of feet tall, you got it. And like all that could be like within a 50 to 100 mile radius in California.
Smackway Falls is a very popular Big Sur destination. It's this incredible waterfall that streams off into this turquoise, amazing water. You can't hike down to it, you can just hike to an overlook. They keep it very pristine and untouched. It's just a really beautiful sight.
Hello. Hello. Echo.
So the next stop, Pfeiffer Beach, it's an adventure to get down here. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride. So we're gonna go check out the beach.
at that. Isn't that cool? That's why we climbed it. It won't get you, Hissy. You're okay. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Whoa. That was a big one. We're not going to have time to show you all the little nooks and crannies within Big Sur, but there are a lot of these pull-offs like this. You can see waterfalls and coves and beaches and, oh my goodness, this is so cool.
So these keyholes here in the rocks are what makes this beach so famous, especially for photographers. So this is the famous shot you'll see when you see this beach is the keyhole with the sun setting, like sparkling through this little hole here. It's super beautiful. We had an amazing stay at Pfeiffer Big Sur campground. They have this awesome river that you can just lounge and swim in. We met a local family and just hung out for a few days. It was awesome and kind of used it as a middle point to kind of springboard off and explore. It's a great place along Big Sur to explore along the way. So we are finishing up our drive down Big Sur today, and we're gonna end it. We're gonna end Big Sur. It's bittersweet for sure. So we'll see how the second half of this road is. So far, so good.
We survived Big Sur. I think it's leveling out.
What's inside? What's inside?
It gets kind of hairy the second half, more so than the first half. Nothing worse than anything we've done. It's not that the roads we've done on the one are worse before. I think the road's pretty comparable on Big Sur as far as like curviness and cliffs and all that to what we've done before. However, Big Sur, it's a little more commercialized. There's more pull-offs. There's a little bit of a shoulder, so it's sketch and it's a drive. But there's definitely some other parts on one that are a drive too. All right, let's detox. See some seals.
Yeah, let's go. I've never seen them before, Mommy.
What have you never seen before?
Elephant seals.
You want to see elephant seals?
What's on the Trevor truck?
Well, that's a U-Haul, buddy. It's not super exciting, but over here is where the action's at.
This is intense. I'm like blushing.
Still your spirit animal?
Well, this one like laying here throwing sand on itself, like that's my spirit animal.
And there's a whole family of seals over there, Mommy. Do you see that family of seals in the water, Mommy?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. Something's wrong.
So you can drive Big Sur either north to south or south to north. We actually asked in our Team Journey Patreon community and like asked people's advice on if one was better than the other. If you want the cliff views, which I absolutely love, then we opted to go north to south. But if you do not like being on the side of the cliff and you want to enjoy the view from the other side, then you can go south to north. But the views are great in either direction, but I have absolutely loved seeing the cliffs from this side. So definitely something to consider, and a lot of your pullouts are on the cliff side. Not that you couldn't access them, but just makes it a little bit easier if you're wanting to do these cliff pull-offs as well.
It's called Big Sur Hair Don't Care.
Elephant seals.
I'll at least push it down for everybody
You should
here.
at least care a little bit.
I should care a little bit.
It's looking rough.